Alright guys, what's up? It's Craig your boy, 2016 sorry, off Instagram, and I'm just bringing you a short review video on the one and only Timekeeper. So it's the Timekeeper clone. Unfortunately I can't afford the real one, so I'm going to do a little review on this one today. And I can already tell you, very good device. You can pick these up over at knuckleheadvapes.com for £34.99. So I picked one up and did not regret it at all. It's an absolute beautiful piece of kit. So let's take a couple of vapes. I've got my Skill RDA on top, also from Knucklehead Vapes. Knucklehead Vapes, I can't fault them. The clones that they produce are so good. I'm just juicing my coils up at the minute. That's why I was looking down. But yeah, Knucklehead Vapes, I can't fault them at all, one bit. Price is absolutely spot on. See this Skill RDA I've got here, it's another product from Knucklehead Vapes. And I think it cost me £20 altogether. The deck on that is absolutely amazing. There's some of my aliens what I build. They're 4-core aliens, 4 wrap on a 3mm. Absolutely amazing coils. If you ever need any coils and you're in the UK, I sell them £10 a set, shipped. So all you need to do is hit me up on Instagram at CraigYourBoy2016, and that's all you have to do. Let's take a few rips. Love it. RDA in this combo, so beautiful. I got brass and I think they're done copper, brass. I wasn't sure with the other ones, but once we dive down and take a good close look at it, when we come back up, I'll make sure to go online and get all the prices, the colours and materials. I like brass, I like copper too. Copper mods, that's the broadside. Also from Knucklehead Vapes, beautiful mod which I'll be doing the review on in the future. So yeah, let me just change my battery out in here and I'll show you the true performance. Got a Sony VTC4 Samsung 25R going in right now. The true performance of this, I've tested it through voltage drop tests with a 0.1 ohm build on, and I got 3.5 volts, which it hit just as hard as my copper broadside. New battery. Oh, such a beast. These coils in, such a beast. I do love it. I love it. So just dripping back up, dripping some milk, man. If anybody, the man it's called now, if anybody used to vape this stuff and they used to love it, and then you try to batch what you hated, try it again, because they've improved it. They really have improved it. They've started putting QR codes on the packaging, they're sealing the packaging. It's got that really nice flavour again. I get mine off the UK e-cig store. So, what? A single 18650 battery. And these batteries, I've had these batteries for 4 months and I need an upgrade. So imagine a brand new battery or a VTC 5A. These things would chuck. I calculated that I'm doing about 115 watts with a 0.1 ohm build. Beautiful. Beautiful. I really am loving this RDA and mech mod. I've had this mod for about a month, something like that. I've had my RDA for about 2 weeks, the skill RDA. And I also bought this drip tip off Knucklehead Vapes as well. Comp Life resin drip tip, £6. Goon sized, so the skill RDA is goon sized. Beautiful. Right, so we'll dive down. I'll give you an up and close of the Timekeeper, not the broadside, the Timekeeper mechanical mod from Knucklehead Vapes, and we'll come back up. I'll let you know what I think of it truly, any pros and cons, things like that, and then we'll get out of here. So sit tight, let's do this. Guys, sorry about the focus and the lighting. I've got a big light above me which I cannot stand, but I'll try my best to get you all the shots I can. Yeah, I'm really sorry about this. It's a very shiny mod, eh? So, Timekeeper. There's actually two types of Timekeepers. There's a special limited edition revolver, and there's this one, which is the actual normal edition, the one that's open to the public. Well, they're both open to the public, but yeah, the other one only had, I think it was like 100 units made, the revolver Timekeeper. So if you want to fool your mates, get this one, because I doubt we're going to believe you got 1 out of the 100. So yeah, it's a really pretty mechanical mod. So I'll take my RDA off the top, to strip it all down for you, to show you the ropes, the ins and outs of it. It's a really beautiful mod. Look at that logo. Mine's been highly polished. It does come with like a clear coat on, so if you want it to shine like mine, you really do have to do a bit of polishing. Like, you might be able to see around the top hat here. See that bit there where it's a little lighter there? That's the like clear coat finish. But it doesn't affect it. Right, so on your AV products, a lot of your AV products, after the Manhattan and the Skyline, I think it was, when they switched from Amerivape to AV, you start getting these top hats now, which it's like a 0 battery rattle system, and you get this is your switch, so you tighten it to lock your switch, it can't fire. When you loosen it to fire your switch, and what that does is, once it's all in place, hits the bottom of your battery and completes the connection, completes the circuit. So take your batteries out, put that to the side. So this is broken down of 3 parts, or 5 parts, 6 parts including the magnets and the contact switch, that switch right there. So all you get is a tube, a beautiful tube, solid brass, and you get your switch. The main part of every mechanical mod, a lot of the mechanical mods, is the switch. So as you can see there, it's got Roman numerals on, if you can see. It has Roman numerals written on there. Mine's been polished, so there. Sorry about that. And in the inside you can see the words AV. Yeah, crappy camera. Inside this bit right here is TK. It says TK, and then the batch number, so batch 3 is mine. And then your serial number down here, 6220. There's your contact, your solid copper contact, and these are your vent holes. So technically you should be putting your battery down in positive side down towards the switch, but I don't. Right, so let me get these two parts out of the way, and then we'll break down the switch. The switch consists of 2 magnets, so when you are taking this apart, be extremely careful, because if them magnets flip around and hit each other, they're gonna shatter like mine did. So this is the magnet what's inside it to come with in the bottom housing. So this is your small large thin magnet, and there's your bottom base. So all it is, the screw, and that screw screws into, when you screw it all together, it screws into this piece like this, and then when you press it, that's what pushes up. The magnets are assembled. See what I mean? Like, catch my drift. And then in the other piece there's another magnet. So this magnet, put it in like that, and in this piece there's another magnet, but this magnet sits around your copper contact like that. Well, mine doesn't, because I broke my magnet. It sits in that little canal inside there, but I couldn't find no magnets for the AV products, so I ordered one off eBay. It was called the short fat magnet. I was like, hey, it must be the right one, so I ordered it, and it came, and it's too big. But luckily, it still fits. It still works, sorry. So, what you need to do putting it back together is take this piece and then test it. So this is bouncing, right? They're not attracting, they're bouncing. That's good, that's what you want. And this, if I turn it this way, it's attracting. Oh, see? Turn it that way, it's bouncing. Be extremely careful with these magnets. Right, and then take the way what bounces, insert it inside. Make sure you've got it the right way still, and then carefully, see that, push together and twist the bottom housing to the right, and that is what makes your contact go up. Now this is a clone, so on the original they recommend, from locked, they recommend giving it a full quarter turn, and that's enough to make the bottom contact pop out. And it has to go over these threads here, but I like to give it 2 turns on the clone, and that seems to work. Maybe a tiny bit more. I like to have a nice big throw on mine. It's just this middle bit what needs to contact the battery. And if you have it out too much, you're going to end up turning this piece here to the side. So I'll show you what I mean. If that bit turns, it can get jammed, and then it'll continue firing. So you don't want to pull it out too much. That's it. See how it's going over the housing? You don't want that at all. Righty tighty for these. Turn the bottom right. What you want is just your bottom to be, your contact to be coming out about, sorry about this, come on, focus, you little bugger, about this much, maybe a tiny bit less. As long as it fires, you should be good. Right, So there's the switch housing done. This is just your metal tube with your divot in, really beautiful divots, and your nice threads. If you are purchasing a mechanical mod for the first time, make sure that your threads are always clean. Get some Autosol metal polish and some 3-in-1 oil. Clean your tube every 2 days, your threads every 2 days. In my opinion, people can say once a week, a full service, but I say every 2 days. And then 3-in-1 oil, a little blob on your threads, and work them. And work them back and forward, back and forward. And then wash it in hot soapy water, everything. And then a little bit more 3-in-1 oil on your threads. And then work it again on all your threads. Any bit what moves on the mechanical mod. Even the threads on the bottom of your atomizer need it as well. Right, so there's them 2 pieces done. Now this piece is just like the bottom piece, where it has the Roman numerals on, and it is a hybrid connection top hat, so it will be touching straight off your battery. Your atomizer will be touching straight off your battery. And what I mean by that is by hybrid, if a lot of you don't know what a hybrid is is where, see how your bottom 510 firing pin thing, your atomizer pin, positive contact comes straight through, and that touches straight off the battery. So in turn, less voltage drop. So what you need on devices like this is to have a protruding 510, or positive I mean, contact pin. So you see how this middle pin comes out past the insulator, because that and that should never touch. This and your threads should never touch. Positive, negative, positive, negative. And if your positive and negative both touch at the same time on your battery, you're going to have a hard short. So what you need is just your positive. See that? Sorry about this, guys. Just your positive to be touching the battery. You do not want your threads to touch the battery at all, because that would be bad and you'd get a hard short, and then potentially your battery will overheat, and if it carries on overheating, it could go boom. So yeah, that's basically your circuit. The tube is your ground, that is your negative, touches that touches your tube, the threads touch your tube touches this, and that touches that. So in turn it all creates a circuit. So getting all this back together, what do you want to do? First of all, you want to assemble your bottom switch, and then what you want to do is connect your top hat, your hybrid connection, to your atomizer. I've got the skill atomizer with a Comp Life resin drip tip from Knucklehead Vapes. I'm running some 4-core aliens in the skill RDA, 0.1 ohm build with the batteries I've got, and pulsing, not continuous. I'm good. 20 amp batteries. So then what you want to do is insert your battery. I go negative down like that, positive up, and then you screw this on, and this will take all your battery rattle out, so no battery rattle at all. Now you see how these 2 logos aren't lining up? I like to line my logo up with this logo. So what I do is I line the airflow up, and see the gap I've got there between that? What I like to do is screw that off a little bit, line my logo up, and then screw this back on tight. You see there's not much of a gap there, it's tiny, like it's like a seamless little gap. But your 2 logos line up. I can live with that little gap as long as my logos line up. And then what you want to do is screw this once or twice, depending on what you think you need, and then you have vapour. Absolutely beautiful mechanical mod. I'm really enjoying it. Really enjoying it. Let me take a quick drag. Absolutely beautiful. And when you're done with it, you can lock it, which is the good thing. I've started using this a lot more over my broadside. It's an absolutely beautiful mechanical mod. So I think we're done down here. We'll dive up and I'll talk about it, and I'll let you know my overall thoughts, pros and cons, etc, etc. Stay tuned. I'll be right back. Guys, so that right there was the Timekeeper by knuckleheadvapes.com. Thoughts on this device is absolutely flawless, beautiful. It's amazing. For £35, when you're going to be paying at least £150 for an authentic, which basically does exactly the same as this. Is there anything wrong with this? It's shiny, it's pretty, it's beautiful, it works every time. Every time you press that firing button, it goes off. It's brass, it's quite heavy. The button never ever gets hot. Cool, it's freezing cool. It looks beautiful with your 24 and 25mm atomizers on top, RDAs. It's a hybrid, so there's not that much voltage drop. Actually did voltage drop tests, and with the 0.1 build I got 3.49 and round about there. So it's really good, really good. Some clones you're getting like 3 volts. Like on some really bad clones you're getting about 3 volts on a 0.1 ohm build. So yeah, I'm really enjoying it. The pros and cons. The pros is it's not too heavy. It's nice ergonomic feeling in your hand. It's tactile. It's got an easy firing button. Screw it out a couple of times, fire. It's got a lock and switch. Them ridges and the way it hourglass shapes in makes it really easy to hold in your hand and fire. You never slip at all. I love the fact that there's zero battery rattle ever. Zero battery rattle ever. I could shake this thing to the high heavens and there'd be zero battery rattle. That was my watch. Zero battery rattle. Any battery will fit, 18650 of course. Yeah, it's really nice. The one con I do have is you do get a little bit of arcing on the positive contact, which is expected. That contact right there, which is expected when you're touching the negative side of your battery. But all you need to buy is, you know, one of them 4-in-1 nail buffers what girls use, what has 4 sides, one says file, smooth ridges, buff, and then polish on, and girls use it for the nails. Get one of them and polish your contact every couple of days, and it works wonders. Or you can use some, I don't know, 400 grit, 500, 600 grit, wet and dry sandpaper, and sand, wet sand your contact, which I don't really advise, because you're going to sand your contact all the way down to the ground in a couple of months. So I don't recommend that. And yeah, it's just a really nice mechanical mod for the price. Just like Ralphie says, buy one of these and you can still pay your bills. That's the difference between the clone and the authentic. You still have money left to pay the bills at the end of the month. So yeah, this whole setup right here cost me £50. 50 quid. When the real one, Skill RDA, 80 quid. So like 75, 80 quid. And the Timekeeper, what? 200 quid, 150 quid. So I've slashed my price by about a fifth. So how can you ever go wrong? And there's not just these. There's AV Live, Comp Live on the website, on Belfie's website, knuckleheadvapes.com. There's Comp Live, AV Live. There's he gets all the new RDAs, Dude RDA, Twisted Messes RDAs. He's got the Cosmonaut, which I've got coming. I've just ordered the Cosmonaut in black for my broadside. Because at the minute I used to have a Black Boon on there, but I didn't really enjoy it on there. He's got goons on there. He's got a good selection of goons, drip tips, batteries. A lot of them are clones, some are authentic. Apocalypse Gen 2 RDAs. He's got all sorts on the website. So if you're in the running for a couple of clone mech mods but won't break the bank, and you know are going to perform to the standard of the authentics, and go over and check www.knuckleheadvapes.com out. And seriously, you won't be disappointed. I wasn't disappointed. Not with any of the things I bought off there. I think I've shopped there 4 times now. 4 separate occasions. And each time I've bought something and I've not been disappointed yet. So anyways, if you've got any questions, leave them down in the comments. It's been one of my first proper review videos when we're diving down, so go easy on me please. I'm going to be getting a new camera soon and stuff like that. Lighting, so I can do better close-ups. So yeah, if you like what you saw, give me a comment, tell me how I can improve. Yeah. Thanks for watching guys, like, comment, subscribe. This has been CraigYourBoy2016 on Instagram. And peace out vapors. Keep it cloudy.